foot has turned completely the other way. Son himself is really upset by it in an awful injury for Andre Gomez.
Ibrahimovic, really beaten to it by Mings, broken to Martial, and you can see that the boot catches Ibrahimovic's head, and Ibrahimovic.
Passion on the pitch can instantly turn into absolute terror. These are the moments where professional football crossed the line into sheer danger, leaving the entire world watching in absolute silence.
Not to prove when they've got their first 15 caps of the season, but the referee here, it would appear, has been advised to come and look at the screen. Now, this is going to be really interesting.
James going up through the gears very quick.
A dangerous tackle is one thing, but when an opponent delivers a deliberate, targeted blow to the head, things instantly spiral out of control.
Doué is the player who's been felled, and Andrich is the player who's been booked.
Clearing, but yeah, I think this is a red card.
It's not a natural move of the arm, is it?
No.
He's deliberate.
Oh, there's a clash of heads there. Locatelli and Modric.
You can see both players' eyes on the ball, committed. That is very awful.
Away to Benfica, we got both goals in the 2-0 win away to AEK Athens. Ferber's got a red card for his challenge on Lewandowski on the touchline.
When emotions run completely hot, boundaries cease to exist. Watch as these players drop all professionalism and let pure adrenaline execute the damage.
Adama Traore, it's all boiling over. A situation that will need some diffusing. For the most part, putting and shoving. But it's right on the edge there. Anthony Taylor keeping a beady eye to see if anyone has stepped over the line. At least the lengthy VAR review is good.
Again. He's going to pick up a booking here, or maybe more than that.
Maybe more. He's lost his head. Silly boy, it was obviously a reaction to not getting the foul.
Some tackles aren't meant to win the ball, they are meant to break the opponent. This unhinged challenge left the referee with absolutely no choice.
Between them two, you'll have the following two. Look at this. Oh, that's a tough challenge. Messi goes down, and look at this. You could see red cards here. Madelon involved in a very tough challenge with Leo Messi. What a finish to this game.
I don't think there'll be anything from this performance for the Netherlands to fear as Sane gets involved again, this time with Paco, and it's a straight red card. The referee has had enough.
From targeted strikes to literal bites on the field, these superstars completely abandon the rulebook to inflict physical pain.
Luis Suarez appeared to move his head. He might have bit him as well. And look, Chiellini is showing his shoulder, so he bit.
That's Pilaqueta. No, too long that one. Costa goes down. Oh, and we might be on excellent here, because Costa then reacted to Koscielny, and it's all kicked off a little.
If you're an Arsenal fan, you'll say, how has Mike Dean seen that?
Goalkeepers must be brave, but flying out blindly into an oncoming attacker can lead to career-ending catastrophes.
Valdez comes out, doesn't catch when he might have done.
There's an interesting one. This is not a foul. Didier's not actually made an attempt to go for the ball. Valdez has come out and cleared, but he's actually bundled it into his own player.
Looking to get there. Kinski comes out, collides with Romero, but that's okay. Well, he was perhaps a little indecisive at first. He got the job done.
Yeah, that looks a really horrible collision between defender and goalkeeper. And I don't think Brian Brobby does too much wrong. Some of the Spurs.
Higuain has seen the goalkeeper come, and Neuer met the ball right on the cusp of the penalty area. Let Higuain too, and the official has judged in Neuer's favour. Well, two issues here. Which side of the line was Neuer?
Even the most elite superstars aren't safe from raw physical trauma. Watch as one of the world's most protected icons is carried off in pure agony.
Referee thought about giving a free kick, but has played the advantage Brazil's way. It is Neymar after that challenge. So
Neymar is carried off on a stretcher, which is a worrying sight for...
Ronaldo went in, Pulisic had a kick. He had a kick. Initially a foul, that in itself perhaps worthy of yellow.
The yellow card is shown.
Sometimes the scariest moments happen completely outside the stadium. This elite Premier League star found himself surrounded by armed criminals with knives.
Give me your money right now. Come on, bitch. Come on now. I said this.
Yeah, Kolasinac really put his own life at risk just to protect his friend and his wife.
This is the terrifying moment promised earlier. In front of thousands of weeping fans, a sudden collapse turned a regular match into a fight for survival.
Yeah, what should I say? He was gone, and we did cardiac resuscitation, and there was cardiac arrest. How close were we? I don't know. We got him back after one defib. So that's quite fast.
Eriksson wasn't the only one. Watch as this midfielder suddenly drops dead for over 2 entire minutes before a miracle takes place.
That's one of those situations where we all just hope for the best.
They chanted the Welsh defender's name and applauded as he was carried off.
A single fraction of a second is all it takes. These horrific head and bone fractures altered the course of football history forever.
Chance here. They haven't cleared it on.
The kick made him swallow his tongue, which basically made it impossible.
Sometimes the most terrifying danger isn't the 22 players fighting on the pitch, it's right under the fans' feet. When thousands of ecstatic supporters rush the front railings to celebrate a vital victory, massive structural engineered steel can fail under pure pressure. Watch this terrifying moment as the entire front barrier snaps, turning a split second of pure sporting euphoria into a dangerous crush of falling bodies and broken bone panic. When fanatical ultras decide to push their intimidation tactics way past the legal limit, a football stadium can easily transform into a literal war zone. From burning pyrotechnics launched blindly across rival stands to active smoke bombs choking out the pitch, look at how easily an elite goalkeeper can become a target for dangerous explosive projectiles falling straight from the sky.
Better. Yeah, he did. Now, Muller. He's going, he's off. It's 10 aside.
Falta por esa pelota Messi. De una manera horrible, Ricardo.
Y ahora Neymar con Miralem Pjanic. Se queja el futbolista de la Juve. Viene la amarilla, creo que para Neymar.
The real psychological war happens entirely behind closed doors away from the public media. When 90 minutes of pure, unadulterated hatred boils over past the final whistle, the narrow stadium tunnels become an inescapable battleground. With television cameras cut off, rival squads exchange brutal blindside blows, leaving understaffed stadium security completely overwhelmed trying to pull multi-millionaire athletes apart.
Here. And you're in front of me, if I get to look at you, but I'm seeing two versions of you.
Oh.
So there's you there, there's another you there.
Yeah.
So if I get to look at you, there's you there, there's another you there. So I couldn't, got a little bit dizzy. 25 minutes, then I responded. But because I was out for so long, I woke up and I could not recognize any of them. I could have been severely brain damage.
Yeah.
And be in a vegetable stage, stuff like that.
Still waiting for him to call him Mr. Fabry, you can go back and play. That's the whole hope I'm waiting for.
I wish we could. But you're doing your degree.
Yes, yeah.
I assume that's all
Is
going
it
well.
totally inconceivable? You know, with the way medicine evolves and he's getting better and stronger, and
I think it's extremely unlikely.
Yeah. But I wouldn't risk it.
You never forget the dream.
But I wouldn't risk it even he told me he can't play. No.
Man, honestly, it's kind of crazy how one incident can change your life forever.
A referee is strictly employed to protect the safety of the players and keep the peace on the pitch. But what happens when the official completely loses their sanity under intense pressure? From controversial match-altering calls to referees actively putting their hands on superstar players or threatening them, these historic meltdowns completely shattered the integrity of the sport.
Сулейман je brži. Šta je ovo? Ovo je najbolji start na Marakani godinama unazad. Crveni karton za
Duży usiąbił Boszas!
That's sloppy from Mbappe. And that's Ashley Hall as well by Di Maria.
Ashley Young's just given a helpful push. The speed he's going at, there's no way on earth he is stopping on that when it slides down towards the...
There is no greater betrayal in professional football than turning your anger against your own blood. When tactical frustration peaks and communication completely breaks down, the results can be shockingly ugly. Watch as internal arguments escalate beyond words, resulting in actual teammates brutally throwing hands at each other on live television, while the opposition watches on in absolute confusion.
Vigilantly.
Now he's already been booked. Up goes Ibrahimovic, not high enough, and knew who it was and thrust his elbow back into the face of Mings. He has to go, but he hasn't. Foden has to take the wide route. Felipe is across, and the second kick was a bit of a swipe from Felipe on Foden. He won the ball, he put it out, no problem there. The second bit, though, was a problem, and Zinchenko's having to get involved.
Quart de finale de Champions League.
Un peu habitué, là, il y a toutes les images, il y a tous les témoignages, il y avait des délégués, il y avait tout ce qu'il faut. Il faut être impitoyable.
Second delivery from Biragi, the first one was brilliant, free header.
Now, clearly don't want to see this.
The referee's walking him
behaving
off.
superbly.
Referee's walking him off the pitch, Adam.
But not right now, and well.
Some games are completely doomed from the very first whistle. When an official lets early dangerous challenges slide, a routine matchup can rapidly devolve into an unmitigated bloodbath. In this historic mass brawl, the referee has no choice but to start handing out consecutive red cards, leaving both teams completely decimated before the game can even conclude.
Jesus falling over his teammate. Now both of them need treatment.
Yeah, if the referee blows a little earlier then, I know it's easy up here, Jim, but maybe he could have avoided.
Well, unwitting flick on, which could cause a problem. A free kick has been given Barca's way, and there's some concern here.
Samuel looking for Salah. Almost got a foot in there to knock it away. Let's go. To say nothing of all the Egyptians around the world watching this less than 3 weeks from the beginning of the...
Нужно, если брать, ну да, вот. Только этого нам еще не хватало. Не выдержали нервы. Не знаешь, кто эту потасовку...
Modern stadiums are built for the ultimate fan experience, but sometimes the structural designs themselves become a direct physical threat to the athletes. When elite superstars sprint at speeds over 30 kilometers an hour, they run completely out of braking room, crashing violently into unprotected steel advertising boards, deep drainage ditches, or heavy media camera gear left dangerously close to the touchline.
Brilliant free header.
Clearly don't want to see this. I have to say the West Ham supporters.
Back with this long ball from Good C to Ibrahimovic. Rufier's foot was a little high in the chest and the referee showed Zlatan Ibrahimovic a red card for this gesture.
Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Мало было несчастий Тоттенхэму. Еще и по линии с Ромеро бьются головами.
Well, another player is down. The referee going to stop the game, doesn't look like it. And now he is.
And that was a head injury as well, to be fair, because Amat went for the header.
Declan Rice is in the way. And wins the free kick too. It's a monstrous performance in midfield by Declan Rice yet again. He is the man for the big stage.
Yeah, he just
just steps in at the right time. Just seeing that save.
For De Ligt, but breaking onto it quickly was Schade. I think De Ligt might have got a knee in the head there. He has been penalised, the Dutch defender. Just got his body in the wrong position after it was flicked over.
Pico towards Messi. Smalling spotted it early. Messi stayed down. He got a bang on the head there.
A routine aerial duel can instantly turn into a literal race against death. When a brutal mid-air collision knocks a player unconscious before they hit the grass, a terrifying medical phenomenon can occur where the tongue blocks the airway. With seconds ticking away before fatal brain damage, notice how quick-thinking opposition players throw rivalry aside to act as emergency doctors on the field.
Bradley's gone down, hurt himself in the process.
Yeah, that doesn't look good for Conor Bradley.
Pushing Martinelli. Initially starting that off, Jesus getting involved. There's a yellow card being brandished.
It's all nonsense. Martinelli totally making the point that obviously Conor Bradley's by the touchline. Lewis Skelly went to ground and is in some discomfort too.
Wonder whether there was a little follow through.
To come out, be brave and make a stop at the feet of Wilfried Singo, but it was at a cost. Singo's boot clearly catching Donnarumma in the face, and the Italian
Clearly supporting him, little if any space. Hoisted back in by Klose, kept alive by Ozil.
McAllister, Gakpo! Can't get it in, flag up anyway. Liverpool were offside again.
Yeah, he's always, he looked to me.
Llega con ventaja Asensio, atención al choque. Atención al choque otra vez. Tremendo el golpe que se acaba de llevar Asensio y Camavinga. Los dos están quejándose del brazo. Asensio.
In football, some elite players never forgive a personal insult or a past injury. They will wait months, sometimes even entire years, tracking their target across different seasons just for the perfect, calculated moment to strike back. This isn't a challenge meant to win back the ball. This is a deliberate, career-ending knee fracture delivered in cold blood.
Nardi. Ja, getrapt. En dat is niet goed. Dat is niet goed. Ai. U zag de reactie van de doelman. Oei.
Oh, and there's a coming together. Donnarumma getting the ball. Did he go through the back of Musiala? Well, there's real concern.
Його передача Бойко на виході.
А зараз ви бачите, не притягне Олег Гусєв. Просто подивіться, що у нас задихав. Слава Богу.
And I suppose you would say, well, what have they got to prove when they've won their first 15 kills of the season? But not against the European champions tonight. And a yellow card for Luis Diaz as they go into the final minute of the 3 added on at the end of the first half. There is a potential red card.
Problem here, a real problem for Burnley, it seems.
Oh, they're not looking very nicely at that. I think it's Vlasic just looking at it and he's horrified.
Westwood immediately was waving his arms for help. Dark moments for Ashley Westwood. We wish him the very, very best in...
The psychological and physical war doesn't start when the referee blows the opening whistle. It starts during the pre-match warm-ups. Watch as these rival players deliberately step over into the opposing half of the field, intentionally blasting balls at their targets and using heavy intimidation tactics to break their mental focus before a single second is played.
Yeah, he did. Now, Muller. And you can see that has actually endangered an opponent much more than the one from Verba.
Ukraine?
Yeah, anywhere to get a game, Sam. Anywhere to get a game. I think what's interesting here is Vincent Kompany, just from a tactical point of view, has gone like for like with his changes. It shows the confidence and the belief. I think he's going to try and get greedy and go for more goals himself, whereas...
So Elanga goes on, sets up Awadhi, who misses the target anyway, and the flag has now gone up against Elanga, but earlier in the move.
Azione forse di offside, Ospina esce, c'è il colpo testa a testa tra Ospina e Dzeko, cadono a terra tutti e due, ferma il gioco l'arbitro per far intervenire i sanitari. Premio troppo ricco per quello che hanno fatto vedere. Noi di
Thomas underneath and he's taken a nasty one from Martinelli. Well, Andy Madley is in charge of this game. The man in the All Black kit there.
Yellow card shown. Dast just put his hand in the face of Arteaga. Another red card. And this has all gone sideways.
Football is a game we love for its beauty, but as we saw today, the line between an elite athlete and a medical emergency is terrifyingly thin. Which of these bone-chilling moments sent the biggest shiver down your spine? Was it the unmatched bravery of the medical staff, or a physical collision that you still can't look away from? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. We read and reply to every single one. If you want to support the channel and never miss another high-octane breakdown, smash that subscribe button right now! And if you are ready for more cold chaos, click on the video on your screen immediately. Thank you for watching, and stay safe out there.